Brixton as we get ready for the women's final. Team Ruby in red being introduced to the floor. As Ruby getting introduced, got tons of talent we'll get into. As number 7, Shantell Charles. Number 8, Cece Ide. Number 12, Ilze Holsteina. Number 11, Yassin Belle-Mbaye. Number 10, Katie Richards. Number 9, Tiwalola Roberts. Number 5, Yazmin Edwards, former MVP for the Hoopsfix All-Star game. And number 2, Subu Bharati. And that is your team in red. Ruby for black. Number 3, Kat Goldsby. Number 6, Annabella Rodriguez. Number 9, Chinwe Iwunze. Number 10, Dominique Davis Mpesa. Number 4, Amelia Orungbeja. Number 8, Addie Burlison. Number 11, Kimberley Wilkes. Number 1, Shantell Ayton. Number 5, Ifia Fernandez. And number 12, having won the title last year, number 12, Amanda Okuda. As both teams about to get ready and get this final underway. Both teams obviously final instructions, some of their leaders. And out first will be Ruby in red. Looks like it'll be Tiwalola Roberts, Katie Richards, Yassin Belle-Mbaye, Shantell Charles and Yazmin Edwards. And for black, Iwunze, Mpesa, Okuda, Goldsby and Orungbeja. As jump ball won by Katie Richards. Yassin Belle-Mbaye blows the opening layup under pressure from Orungbeja. We are underway in the final as Okuda straight down the lane going at Katie Richards, too strong. Looks like she got hit on the face but no call. Shantell Charles coast to coast blows the layup. But both teams out and running early here in the final. Goldsby spin move, left hand layup, little short off the rim. Fight for the rebound, pulled down by Goldsby. Goes behind the back, Mpesa blocked. And Yazmin Edwards tracks it down, double teamed. And Katie Richards comes away with it. Edwards goes straight at Okuda, no good on that one. And the game takes its first breath 50 seconds in. As Amelia under the hoop against Shantell Charles, can't get it to go. So 6 possessions as Tiwalola Roberts blocked by Okuda. As Belle-Mbaye tries to spot up, goes to the fadeaway, air ball into Iwunze's hands. And she will push the pace. Chinwe inside out, tries the layup, can't get it to go. Katie Richards made it difficult and Yazmin Edwards down the floor. Iwunze, Goldsby double up. Iwunze going to try and split the gap between Roberts and Charles. Gets it to go. Chinwe Iwunze with the opening points. The London Lion this year had a strong season, especially on the glass for London. As foul called on the drive, be Yassin Belle-Mbaye heading to the line. Foul called on Kat Goldsby. in what's been a frenetic opening 2 minutes to this final. Belle-Mbaye makes the free throw. Reminder, one shot worth the value of the foul. So one worth two then. We're tied at 2 apiece as Mpesa fires up a step back three. As Roberts tries to throw it inside, a little bit too long. Looking for Belle-Mbaye. As DJ Cads banging out the tunes, horn set, Goldsby going to stop as Charles goes behind the screen and Cat Goldsby cashes first three of the final, and it's 5-2 Team Diamond as Belle-Mbaye tries to respond and does. Yassin Belle-Mbaye, long time D1 vet, played some in the WBBL as well as Amelia Orungbeja goes over the left shoulder, banks it off the glass. The 16-year-old playing with her London Lions teammate Iwunze in this game as Mpesa nearly saves the ball on the baseline as Edwards went into traffic. And our first subs of the final in to the game were number 2 Subu Bharati and number 12 Ilze Holsteina, the Latvian. As ball screen, Edwards backs it out. Edwards, lovely little pass on the inside to Holsteina, but she can't quite get the layup over traffic to go. As Iwunze finds Mpesa wide open, much better in rhythm for Dominique. As Amelia on the rebound. Okuda from the foul line, gonna make no mistake. Amanda Okuda won the title last year. Had a big run down the stretch with Georgia Gale in the pick and roll. Plays out in A2 Italy last year for Livorno in Serie A. And she gets the ball deflected onto Katie Richards' hands out of bounds. And we'll have subs. Kimberley Wilkes wearing 11 in for the first time. And Annabella Rodriguez checking in for Chinwe. And a couple of subs on the other side as well as Deanna Carrington from Ipswich into the game for Ruby, along with CC Ide from Cola. As Bharati called for the foul. And subs coming for Diamond with Addie Burlison wearing 8 and Ifia Fernandez wearing 7 checking into the game. As it just be for Addie Burlison checking in wearing 8, replacing Amelia Orungbeja. As the free throw long, Okuda tried to get it back up on the rebound, denied by Katie Richards, and Subu Bharati comes away with it. Subu, little handoff, and the veteran Holsteina tries to throw it away. Shot clock's going to be low. CC off the front rim on the free. And Rodriguez brings it away. Finds Goldsby. Made one triple, lining up the second. That one short. Rebound back to where the ball came from. Tracked down by Bharati. And Annabella putting some pressure on Katie Richards. Walking the ball up to the 3-point line. As Goldsby trying to knock the ball loose, knocks it out of bounds. And now we'll get the subs. Fernandez for Goldsby, and some switch of the bigs as Belle-Mbaye replaces Richards. And a travel called on the out of bounds play. So 9-5 the lead for Team Diamond. 7 minutes gone of this Pro-Am final as Fernandez dumps it off in the post. Okuda goes up and through the contact. No foul called. On Belle-Mbaye. She's now going to go at Okuda down the other end. Stops in the lane. Tries to go to a turnaround. Nowhere to go. But Holsteina finds the offensive rebound and knocks the turnaround jump shot down. As Burlison pops on the screen, opens up the room for Fernandez. That falls just a little bit short. As down the line, as Okuda trying to jump in the pass, and then Belle-Mbaye picks it up, nearly turns it over, but Subu Holsteina can't find the finish over Burlison. And Rodriguez giving it up to Kimberley Wilkes. Wilkes running layup, no good. Okuda trying to track down the rebound, can't quite get there. And she'll check out the game. And back in is Amelia Orungbeja. Shantell Ayton into the game for Annabella Rodriguez. And Yazmin Edwards back into the game as well. Yazmin playing out in first year in the States, Eastern Arizona College last season. As the ball inside, and foul's going to be called on Orungbeja from behind, trying to knock it loose from Belle-Mbaye. Pace has somewhat surprisingly slowed down after the frantic first couple of minutes as Belle-Mbaye trying to back down, goes up into two, but Orungbeja can't track down the rebound. And it'll still be Ruby ball on the baseline. Yazmin Edwards trying to trigger. Don't know if the referees reset the shot clock or not. If not, there won't be a lot of time left on it. As Holsteina finds Edwards. Edwards got the smaller Ayton on her, kicks out to the corner. Belle-Mbaye, three no good. But weak side rebound picked up by Carrington. She tries to find her old teammate. 8 seconds on the clock. With Edwards, tough, banks it off the glass. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Fernandez doesn't see it. Gets it up from half court on the buzzer. A little bit too long. We'll be tied at 9 points apiece here in Brixton. Hoopsfix Pro-Am Women 2025 final. We'll be back for quarter number 2 in about 1 minute's time. As the crowd go wild for our winner of the 3-point shooting in the quarter break. And we're about ready for quarter number 2. As Fernandez, Mpesa, Iwunze, Ayton and Orungbeja on the floor for Team Diamond in the black. As Mpesa goes for the spin, throws it up. Iwunze, right place, right time, doing what she's done so well in the SLBW this season for the Lions, offensive rebounding. As Orungbeja tries to get in front of Richard, called for the hold. For Ruby, it's the starting 5 of Richards, Belle-Mbaye, Charles, Edwards and Roberts on the floor. Reminder, men's final up next as Roberts goes with the right hand, can't convert, kicked out. Richards, 3 from the top, just a little bit off. And Belle-Mbaye can't track it down. So Mpesa driving left, swatted by Richards. Big swipe all over the ball. And Tiwalola Roberts sprinting down the floor. And Davies Mpesa from Cobham, playing with a team, playing against the teammate Katie Richards, knocks the ball away as Kat Goldsby replaces Ifia Fernandez. As Edwards and Goldsby tie up. Goldsby wanted to steal, but it's going to be jump ball. Good call. But unfortunately, Kat Goldsby loses possession of that. As Roberts, Belle-Mbaye, little fall away. A lovely finish by Yassin Belle-Mbaye, playing for TVC this year. But a long time stalwart, playing for both Ipswich and Brent as well as the SLB, as Orungbeja can't get the finish. As Charles goes backdoor, lovely cut by Shantell Charles. And she gets her first bucket of the season. Shantell, former London Lion, playing pro this year in Romania, finished second in the league. As Yazmin Edwards goes coast to coast and keeps the ball away from Mpesa, she lays it home. And Yazmin Edwards up to 4 points as the ball thrown in by Ayton. Amelia, face-up jumper, knocks it down. Amelia, part of the GB Under-20 team in camp a couple of weeks ago in Essex. As Edwards is bumped on the pass by Mpesa. That'll be her first personal. As Akuda checks into the ball game for Shantell Ayton. As Charles reversing the ball. Edwards in the corner, too long on it. Firing it up. As Mpesa out of balance, misses, and Akuda fouled on the offensive rebound. Got inside position on Katie Richards. We'll head to the line for one worth 2. As a sub for Diamond, as Carrington back into the game, replacing Roberts. And Amanda makes the free throw. As Edwards nearly loses the handle. Belle-Mbaye trying to body down. Nowhere to go. Richards got a lane. Akuda gets in front. Will get credit with the steal. And Yazmin Edwards hand in the cookie jar. as Belle-Mbaye takes a break. Holsteina back into the game. Iwunze off the screen, doesn't want to go. Orungbeja bangs the free in. As Charles and Iwunze, Charles into traffic, Goldsby throws it ahead, and Akuda ahead of the pack, nearly loses the handle, but lays it in. And the lead is 5 for Diamond. Carrington picked up the dribble, nowhere to go. Charles working on Iwunze, rolls in and out, fight for the rebound, picked up by Chinwe, and she will always try and push tempo. Going at Charles, a little bit too strong, but a Lions teammate, Amelia, picks it up, blows the bunny. As an illegal screen called on Holsteina, as she absolutely flattens Iwunze. Richards out, Belle-Mbaye back in, Edwards also taking a break for Bharati, as Mpesa are replaced by Burlison on Diamond. As Wilkes left wide open, that's her bread and butter, but Kimberley Wilkes off to the left. And Charles and Iwunze going at it. Belle-Mbaye loses the ball, just about somehow rolls it, and Bharati drains the three. As Wilkes stops, pops, nearly banks it in, fight for the rebound, pulled in by Holsteina, and Shantell Charles cross court to Ide. She's going to stop and pop, and weak side board for Kimberley Wilkes, second season in TVC for the former Gloucester City Queen, as well in the WBBL as it was, as Kat Goldsby killed for the moving pick. And Fernandez will replace Iwunze. And Carrington back in after a quick breather, replacing Charles with 2:25 to go, or all the twos, 2:22 now left in second quarter. Belle-Mbaye, it's been one of the matchups to watch, as Burlison gets run over. They're not going to call a charge, but Burlison effectively ends up with the steal as Goldsby Euro step layup, misses the layup, as Holsteina tracks it down. Carrington doesn't get it to go, but rebound picked up by Ide, and she lays it home for two. And we are tied in the final, 20 apiece, as Wilkes throws it inside. Holsteina, not quite legal, but referee's happy with it, and she'll get contact on the second against Akuda. And Amanda will head back to the line, trying to add to her 6 points personal. Can't make the free throw. So it's a driving layup, beautifully finished by Deanna Carrington. Tough angle underneath the hoop. That's underneath the backboard. As Goldsby. Wilkes sets the feet. Air ball by Kimberley Wilkes. She's not quite found the length on that three ball, as no one picks up Belle-Mbaye. She drives into Fernandez, who got there late. As Wilkes with a nasty cross, Burlison, Goldsby for three, doesn't get it to go. And the long pass ahead into the hands of Kimberley Wilkes, wrong team. And Kat Goldsby with the shot clock turned off, pushes the ball goes inside. Burlison pump fake from the line, going to try and spin into traffic and throws it away. Doesn't make the pass to Fernandez that was wide open. Stop and pop by Subu Bharati beats the buzzer, and it's 24-20 lead at half time for Team Ruby. We'll take a quick break here from Brixton and be back in a couple of minutes as we get ready for the second half of the Pro-Am final. Right, half court shots 0 of 6. Now back to the final. Ruby 24 in the red, Diamond 20 in the black. Shantell Charles opening steal. As Diamond return the favour with the steal, and Charles knocks it away from Iwunze. Shantell Charles, Chinwe Iwunze has been a really fun matchup in the first half. The two wings going at each other. As Mpesa fires up the triple, a little bit long. Iwunze runs into Richards, former teammates. As Edwards drives down the floor, gets stopped. Belle-Mbaye fires up an early mid-range contested jumper. As Mpesa in and out dribble, gets swatted by Belle-Mbaye with the right hand. And Tiwalola Roberts picks it up. And Ruby fire it ahead as Roberts. Belle-Mbaye from 15 foot on the baseline, too long. And Akuda pulls down her 7th board of the game. And Mpesa throws the ball away. So scoreless in the opening minute and a half. As Belle-Mbaye on the block, goes middle, goes off 2 feet, leaves it a little short. And Iwunze waits to pick it up. As Edwards from behind. Iwunze from behind the handoff, a little bit off to the right. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Off Diamond. As Amelia Orungbeja trying to get a hand in there. As Roberts beats Goldsby, has to kick it out. Charles trying to drive baseline, cut off. As Edwards, beautiful cut on Goldsby, turnaround's a little bit out of control. As Goldsby knocks down Roberts, goes to the floater. Tiwa caught one in the chin, I think. Maybe an offensive foul. But now it's a 3-on-1 as Edwards leaking out the pack. Snuck behind Akuda, lays it home. As Mpesa trying to find a difficult pass instead of the easy one. The ball goes in. Orungbeja on the turnaround, doesn't get it to go, but Mpesa on the offensive rebound ends her scoreless drought. As Roberts fouled on the pass. As Charles, slow Euro step, beats Iwunze, lays it off the glass. And both teams starting to get to their rotation in this second half. And it is Ruby with a 6-point lead in the final. As Edwards pulls up, way off to the left, but right into the hands of Shantell Charles. She lays it home easy as you like. And it's an 8-point lead as Iwunze into the paint. Foul called on Holsteina, holding Okuda underneath. Probably a great foul as Rodriguez checks into the game for Diamond. Bharati and Carrington for Ruby. So Ruby with team of 9 with just Shantell Charles as their starter on the floor, as Wilkes turnaround jump shot. As Rodriguez nearly in position to take a charge, not once but twice, and Goldsby jumps. Unfortunately, Carlota's into Bharati. Looks like Subu is up and okay. And it'll be end line ball for Diamond, which he'll take. As Charles reverses the ball. Ide thought about the 3, well guarded by Wilkes. Bharati goes to the spin move into Rodriguez. And Okuda pulls it down in front of Carrington. Iwunze briefly open, but Carrington back in front. Iwunze rejects the screen, finds Goldsby. That one a little short, and Iwunze trying to fly in for the rebound, knocked to death by Carrington, and Charles coast to coast blows the layup. Goldsby, Iwunze, who was late because she picked herself up off the floor, nails the basket with the contact from Carrington from behind, and Iwunze able to have a chance at the 3-point play as Edwards and Richards back into the game. And free throw is good. As Iwunze up to 7 points personal. Joint team high. And she commits the foul on a driving Deanna Carrington. So Ruby to the line just for the second time. The Ipswich Academy player from Coppleston, short on the free throw, and Okuda finds Rodriguez, and Iwunze with space, 3 on 2. Iwunze to Goldsby, wrong side as Wilkes was wide open, but Goldsby doesn't mind it, drives through the contact, gets it to go, and we're down to a 1-possession game. Sorry, 2-possession game. 30 plays 26 as Richards from the foul line, long off the back rim. As Wilkes catch and shoot, well short again for Kimberley Wilkes. As Edwards fouled by Rodriguez, going straight into the chest. Of the ARU student. So Edwards to the line for 1. See if she can convert. And she does. As Goldsby throws it ahead towards the smallest player on the court. That batted out of bounds as the clock ticks under 40 seconds to go. Iwunze, Okuda with great position, but Iwunze tries to drive on Edwards, loses it off Edwards' leg. Clock ticks down to 25 seconds as Wilkes gets the inbound pass. Goldsby going to fire up the 3, in and out. Wilkes going to be a red ball. And the ball into the food section. They're trying to get it out. Referees quickly to get it in as Ide with 3 on the clock, fires from half court. I think Wilkes got a touch on it. And that will end quarter number 3. Team Ruby take it by 1 point. Low scoring 8 plays 7. We'll take a break. And we're approaching quarter number 4 of the Hoopsfix Women's Pro-Am final. So here we go, 10 minutes, 1 championship, 1 MVP at stake. And it is Team Ruby in the red, leading Diamond 32-27. Ruby on the floor, Edwards, Roberts, Belle-Mbaye, Carrington and Richards as Edwards knocks Mpesa to the floor, lays it home. And it's a 7-point lead. Mpesa on the floor with Fernandez, Burlison, Ayton, Orungbeja, as Roberts, left wing triple, front iron, fight for the rebound. Good box out by Mpesa. As Orungbeja fires up the 3, way off to the right. Edwards is going to push. Burlison trying to get in front, but Edwards too strong, puts it off the glass. A little bit rushed on the putback. Had a little bit more time, I think, than she thought as Roberts strips the ball. And Edwards now ahead of the pack. 1v0 layup, timeout called by Team Diamond as the lead is 9. And Yazmin Edwards up to 12 points personal to go with 3 rebounds for the former Cobblestone guard. As, this will be a distraction. As Amelia we got a player's dad taking the half court shot. Don't know if she realises. Yes, she does now. I'd love a live reaction on that one. No luck on the half court shots. Our MC Hoop Show stand determined to give away for some Hoop Chips. Box of crisps, no good still. That obviously is rolling over to the men's final, where hopefully we'll have a few more competitors. And timeout is over. As Mpesa drives, tries to find Burlison. She nearly drops it, but finds Shantell Ayton. Fernandez now. Mpesa airball free. Burlison keeps it alive. Katie Richards nearly got caught out by that, but the ball finds Roberts. Edwards, corner, free, back iron. And Mpesa throws the ball away under pressure. And foul given on the pass. Good foul by Dominique. Her third personal. And Team Diamond going 5 for 5. So Goldsby, Iwunze, Okuda, Rodriguez and Wilkes into the game. As Edwards driving on Iwunze, and Iwunze is going to be called for the foul. Going to be called for a pushing foul. Not in the act of shooting. As Edwards drives on Rodriguez. Doesn't get it to go. Iwunze with the ball. She's going to look to push coast to coast. Has to back out. As Goldsby. Iwunze was back on the return, but Goldsby didn't quite know. Carrington, great job on the defense. As Iwunze blocked inside by Carrington on the layup attempt from the out of bounds. Diamond just 7 points in 13 second half minutes. As Belle-Mbaye drops the ball. And subs as Ide and Bharati, who have both made a big impact off the bench, check in. As Goldsby working the pick and roll with Okuda, lovely drop pass, and contact adjusts to be off Okuda last. On the roll as Goldsby tried to thread the needle inside. Edwards and Ide on the handoff. Edwards not going to think about the corner three. Richards, fake handoff twice in a row. Step through on Iwunze. Katie Richards can't get it to go. Rushes the putback. Rodriguez and Bharati fighting for the ball, and Bharati going to be knocked to the deck, called third team foul. Shantell Charles going to come in to close this game out. She'll replace Edwards. As Belle-Mbaye trying to go to work on Okuda, nowhere to go, has to kick it out. Richards on Iwunze, double team comes. Richards gets the roll. Katie Richards' first bucket of the game, tough one. As Rodriguez. Okuda was wide open briefly. Iwunze is also on the trail. Blows the free, unfortunately off to the left. And Team Diamond still can't score. Ide gets it to go in transition. Goldsby, stop, pop, again, lid on the basket. Team Diamond can't score. And the 11-point lead's looking really comfortable. As a fight for the ball, knocked away by Rodriguez. Holsteina replaces Richards. With 4 minutes to go as Belle-Mbaye with Iwunze on the mismatch. Goes straight into the contact, gets it to go. And this game is all of a sudden comfortable for Ruby. As Rodriguez skip pass. Iwunze blows by Belle-Mbaye, gets the points back at the other end. As Iwunze trying to put pressure on in the full court. She's now going to switch on to Belle-Mbaye. And a turnover on the pass. Goldsby looking to kick ahead. Trying to drive on Bharati. Goldsby on the floor, finds a pass. Absolutely no spacing. As Iwunze tries to throw the ball inside. Knocked out of bounds by Charles. As Carrington and Roberts in for Belle-Mbaye and Bharati. Rodriguez to the bench. And Orungbeja into the lineup. As Amelia driving into traffic loses the ball. And Shantell Charles comes away with the outlet pass. Roberts. Don't know if Goldsby got a piece of that or Roberts left it short, but good pressure by Goldsby. Iwunze, hesitation. Going to try and make the wraparound pass. Ball batted out of bounds. And sub as Yazmin Edwards comes back in. And foul, blocking foul. They're going to call it in the act of shooting the three, so it'll be 3 shots, or one worth 3. I still got no idea who's down there. It's Kat Goldsby on the floor. Uh, 2 minutes to go, so the clock will stop. And the ball goes out of bounds as Goldsby misses a vital free throw. That was 1 worth 3. And we've got subs, we've got .157 on the clock as the press coming. As Roberts wide open as Goldsby came off the ball in the backcourt. Carrington going to fire up a dagger 3. Deanna Carrington, 3rd triple of the game for Ruby, and that's the one that might just seal the deal as Wilkes back iron. Edwards stripped by Iwunze out of bounds. As Edwards drives around, tries to go over Okuda. Iwunze tracks down the rebound. 14 points, 1:20 to go. That's not going to help. Iwunze throws it to KD Richards. Yazmin Edwards wanting the ball. It's a 2v1 and Carrington's going to slow down the clock. 1 minute. Edwards off to the left, Iwunze with the rebound. As Goldsby, spin move blocked by Shantell Charles, and Diamond trying to get back slowly on defense, but the energy of the game's disappeared for 53-29 the score as Ruby look like they're going to cruise to victory. As the three well off by Carrington. As Kimberley Wilkes going to bring it over for what the final possession for Diamond. Okuda inside, kicks out to Goldsby. She goes step back three off the iron. And Iwunze tracks down another offensive rebound. And the three ball up, but not going to be enough. And Team Ruby are going to take this final 43-32. And congratulations to Ruby. We'll stay on this stream as we will have presentations shortly. We may also hear from the MVP. We will wait and see, but congratulations to Team Ruby. Yazmin Edwards, Subu Bharati, Tiwalola Roberts, Deanna Carrington, Shantell Charles, Katie Richard, Yassin Belle-Mbaye, Ilze Holsteina and CC Ide, your champions. 43-32. We'll take a very quick break and be back shortly for the presentation. So we'll start with our MVP, and that is the performance not just in the final but over the course of the week. And today averaging 15.5, 8.5 over the Pro-Am for the All-Star Classic MVP from 2024, number 5, Yazmin Edwards is your MVP of the final. And the overall Hoopsfix Classic, so she'll come up and get the trophy. And Tiwalola Roberts will head up to collect the trophy for the winning team. As Tiwalola Roberts just getting instructions off camera, your 25 Hoopsfix Women's Pro-Am champions are Ruby. Congratulations again to the entire team. Yazmin Edwards, Subu Bharati, Tiwalola Roberts, Deanna Carrington, Shantell Charles, Katie Richards, Yassin Belle-Mbaye, Ilze Holsteina and CC Ide. That is your Pro-Am champions for the women. Up next on the men's game, we're about 15 minutes away from tip for that one. CMBC versus SBB. Stay with us. We may get some reaction as well from the champions here. We'll see if we can get that organised before the final. If not, the men's final 4:45 tip-off. So just 15 minutes away for the men in what will be a thrilling contest here at the Brixton Recreation Centre. as photographers getting the photos. We'll take a quick break here and we'll either be back with Yazmin Edwards or we're back for the final, but stay with us here from the Hoopsfix Pro-Am 2025.